G'day, this is Captain Drone, and this is the Beretta 92FS pistol, otherwise known as the M9, I guess, in Battlefield games at least. That's where I recognize this from. Anyways, this is a high quality, very high quality looking mesh here, highly customizable pistol type weapon, and it is pretty versatile. So we'll get into these attachments. First of all, for the receivers, we get a whole bunch of receivers. None of these are particularly great in terms of their translation, but that's fine. This guy obviously doesn't speak English as his primary thing, so we got a special receiver for automatic and for semi-auto for the best sort of damage at 226 there, which sounds pretty good there. So you know what, we'll chuck that on. Now for the barrels, we've got a special barrel there that'll give us the best accuracy and range, but there's a little bit more there. I believe they are only yeah, they're just number changes. There's nothing really aesthetical about them, so we'll move on from that. Now for the handle, you've got a military grip there, police grip there, or the Optifade handle of Beretta. That's actually, let's see, does that actually give you better stats than this one? It does, but it's a little bit on the strange color side there. I'm not sure if I like that color all that much, but we'll move on. And we'll go for a large quick eject mag there, because what's not good about high ammo capacity, that's actually kind of cool how you can see the bullets through there, although it'd probably be troublesome if you're fighting in a dirty area where mud might get into that item. I'm not sure how reliable these things are, but that seems troublesome for any type of weapon unless it's an AA-12. Now for the sights, I'm going to go for glowies on this, nothing too fancy, and I kind of like to keep this thing as close to an M9 as it is. And for a muzzle, we'll definitely go for a suppressor. So we've got a, yep, there we go, just a silencer. I was looking for suppressor, but silencer is the only thing I find, so I guess we're chucking on a silencer instead. And for a mount bracket, you can chuck a mount bracket on if you want. That'll give you several tactical rails, which is useful. We won't use this for this particular one. And you've got a legendary effect if you need that, and some color here for parts that I probably do not have installed. There we go, we've got some colors here, so there we go. That suits the grip down here. It makes it nice and two-tone, so yeah, why not? And you can also have a flashlight or laser pointer here, although they're a little bit floating now, so attaching that little tactical rail thing to the thing will actually make it make sense. So that'll be our semi-auto pistol. We'll trick out an automatic one and go into Gunner's Plaza. Alright, in Gunner's Plaza now, and here is our M9 pistol in first person there. We're using the 10mm animations, and they're being replaced by good old War Daddy there, so they'll line up perfectly for this, even though the suppressor is kind of in the way of the sight. That's going to be fine, and I'll explain that a little bit later. But for now, we've got an Azar Hairstyle running. This one is, I'm not sure what you'd call it, but I wanted to preserve the sort of swipe to one side of the unladylike hair that Raine usually has, and I found that this one actually does sort of preserve that a little bit. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. You also got little pigtails at the back, I guess. I'm not sure what you call those either, but there you go. Now, getting into actually firing this gun, we'll go ahead and cheese some sneak attack criticals. And as you can tell, whilst we are having our sights blocked by the suppressor a little bit, the recoil of this weapon is practically nothing, and the animations don't actually kick the weapon up in your face like the standard 10mm semi-automatic animations usually do. So just quickly get rid of those turrets there to avoid lots of screen shake, and we'll quickly nip over here and take out this bloke. They're only a basic gunner, they went down quickly. Okay, enough of the sneak attack criticals. Open combat, let's see how this thing does. About 147 damage apiece. And with 25 bullets in the mag, we can drop these guys very, very quickly. So this is obviously going to outperform pretty much any of the vanilla pistols. You probably saw that from the base damage. So a good endgame pistol it is, even though it's like a slightly less caliber than some of your vanilla endgame pistols. But you know what? It's nice to have a powerful weapon every now and then, and the fact that it's not as crazy. Oh, there we go. Captain Bridget's a little bit more of a challenge for this thing. Yeah, you're taking it like a proper gunner there. Super tanky arsehole. Alright, we'll go ahead and nail some headshots here. And, oh, bloody's flying everywhere with that grenade pull. We'll pop out our automatic one. I've got a reflex sight, a tactical light, basically everything on this. There's even a toaster on the side, but it's on the other side of the gun, so you can't see it. And as you can tell, this thing has a lot higher DPS, and you can absolutely obliterate people with it. For a weapon that is, also you get a combat knife with this one. Also, I should probably mention that this is with the Beretta pack too, so yeah, this is only for PC, unfortunately, but there are M9 mods that I'm sure are on Xbox One. There's one that came out bloody ages ago, the M9 pistol is a standalone one, one of the first ones actually. It's actually pretty decent. I don't mind that mod. I'm not sure if I've actually looked at it, but whether I've had plans of it, I'm probably not going to have a look at that now unless you want, because I believe this is a much better weapon mod, better customization, better damage. I've tested it out in the past, and yeah, the animations are cool. This one uses 10mm animations, the other one uses deliver animations, and they've got a War Daddy replacer for this one, so yeah, you know it's going to be good. So there you have it. That was the M9 pistol, or the M92FS. I should probably start calling it by its correct name. And Gunner's Plaza there, and a breeze through it. Lots of cheese out of this gun. You can actually see the cheese come out of the suppressor if I shoot it. It's actually kind of disgusting. I don't like cheese that much, to be honest. Okay, here we are in Felon's apartment, so let's slaughter some super mutants. Whoops, I accidentally bashed there when I wanted to take out my tactical light. Yeah, there's a little tactical light there. It's not as bright as the power armor bright. I believe it's probably just the same as the default one. So unfortunately, we will be losing out of a little bit of damage because we won't be frying everyone's retinas there. That'll actually do like 30 damage a second. It's quite powerful actually. But we'll go ahead and take out these guys anyway and see how long we can stealth this up. We really shouldn't be stealthing it up now because we've got a giant flashlight on top of our gun. So yeah. We should get detected by now, right? Surely. Looks like super mutants are a little bit dumber than I thought. Okay. Can't escape you, I say. Well, I'm not trying to escape you. I'm trying to murder you. Oh, yes. Lots of damage here. We can down a super mutant warlord in less than a mag. Yeah, I'm calling it. This one's a little bit overpowered. But it's only feeling overpowered because compared to the vanilla weapons, this thing is just outperforming pretty much anything. It's like your pocket little assault rifle there, except it's not bulky, and yeah, it's brilliant. It's too good. It's probably too good. These super mutant warlords are supposed to be tanky, but now it's a strange feeling because just the weapon mods sometimes are a little bit all over the place. Yeah, it sucks when they're not doing sub-vanilla damage, but when it's like this, you feel like you're being spoiled, and it's difficult to say whether it's actually overpowered or not because it is rather fun breezing through the enemies, but again, does it make it even interesting to watch as I'm just currently I'm not even breaking a sweat here. Raine, she's not sweating, so we'll quickly run up here. We're probably breaking a sweat from sprinting around everywhere, I guess, but yeah, in terms of the pressure on with this gun, no, enemies can't do it. Also, the hip fire is really good. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we've established that this thing is a terrifying presence and should be used with extreme caution, even though it's a pistol. It's like a pocket volcano. I'm getting Halo 1 things all over again, except for this one's an M9 pistol, not some sort of cool sci-fi space cannon. But yep, we'll go ahead and test this out in VATS because I've realized I haven't used VATS during this video. And usually if I don't use VATS with weapons, it probably tells you that they're really good. Okay, so since the automatic one is better optimized for VATS using a little reflex sight, we'll go ahead and test that out on this giant Deathclaw first while he currently is surfing on the smaller Deathclaw for some reason. That's, I guess, Deathclaws are surfer dudes in their spare time. So yeah, so far so bad. That's only because we're not stacking sneak attack criticals constantly. It's probably better than what you'd get out of a standard 10mm pistol. It's probably because those gunners up there have gone ahead and gotten themselves involved with these Deathclaws. So we'll quickly kill his Deathclaw minions before we get spotted, hopefully. Never mind, we're spotted. Looks like the pain train is yet to come. So hopefully this will be an even match for the M9 or M92FS. Something FS. There's 92s and there's numbers. I can't remember. I'm being attacked by the Deathclaw now. I've got bigger problems in remembering what a weapon is called. Also, yeah, he's got strange levitation abilities, but thankfully he doesn't power armor stomp when he comes thundering towards the ground there. He goes again, and again, he's just, well, he's jumping for joy, isn't he? Okay, I think this is enough Deathclaw for the entire week here, but yeah, looks like he's very happy to be back on the channel at least. Alright, we'll go for some headshots. No, we won't, that's inefficient. We'll go for the belly. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing that great. We're getting 251 damage now that he's in adequate range of this weapon, but nothing too great to write home about. Well, as long as we're not sneak attack critting it is, but yeah, I seem to be doing okay, I guess. We'll go ahead and hit him up with the semi-auto one. We can fire that thing pretty fast, so if we could just zero in there. Ah, yes, getting those sneak attack crits now because he's gotten himself to a position where we're just too far away, then he loses interest because he is bound by silly Fallout AI. But that's fine because we are rolling in with the sneak attack criticals now, and we're doing a great amount of damage. I think we've been detected by another Deathclaw. That's okay. Ooh, that is a weapon. I'd definitely use that on a legit playthrough. Alright, more belly shots coming up for the big boy. Hopefully he'll go ahead and jump into the sky again so we can easily run away. But as you can tell, they actually get a whole lot more shots in VATS there with the semi-auto variant, and that's probably because you're not having to burst every time you hit with the thing, so that makes sense in that respect, I suppose. I really hope he's mutated at this point. Okay, there he goes. So the fight's sort of halfway done at this point. We'll keep on spamming crits to make sure he doesn't quite hit us. He's gone for his attack there. He'll pick us up because I guess his pickup radius is huge because he's just an upscaled Deathclaw, so another crit for you. That's for picking me up and throwing me twice, you bastard. Alright, we'll move down here in this sort of direction. We should be fine. We're out tanking pretty much anything he can throw at us, which is strange because his Deathclaw brother down in the glowing sea one-shots you every time. So obviously this is a soft version of that. So we'll quickly jump down this cliff and yep, that oxygen tank is there. I've got a cunning plan. It's a brilliant plan. So when he comes nice and close, bust that open, wham, knockdown. Sniper effect knockdown, and I should probably use this time to either back away to get myself into caution, but I'm not resisting all of this knockdown for not shooting him. Okay, so we're in a pretty decent position here. We've got barely any health off us really. He's not really been able to hit us all that hard. We went back into caution for a second, so we missed out on a couple of sneak attack criticals, but I probably didn't anticipate that because Deathclaws are usually very perceptive indeed, so let's see if we can't go back to a little bit of this sneak attack nonsense after we get out of his line of sight for a second. Nah, he's switched on to the stealth games tonight. He's not falling for that nonsense. Alright, so after this VATS round, we might as well whip out our automatic one again, and hopefully that way we'll be doing a lot more damage. That was one mighty bitch slap there, Deathclaw. Okay, switch over to auto, and we'll go ahead and M9 Glock him, or Beretta Glock him, I guess. There, you better run. See, he doesn't like it. He doesn't want to get shot by this. Also, he's running away again, so I guess that's the whole point of this thing, to make giant Deathclaws run away from you. Okay, we're hitting him for basically nothing over here. Also, there's a my alert clean over there, so yeah, we'll knock you off, mate. Looks like they're fighting at this point, so hopefully we can steal that giant Deathclaw's kill. And if only there were kill skills in this game, although that's sort of more of a Borderlands thing rather than a Fallout thing. That'd probably go against the pace and general tone of the game if it was just a massive ass shoot 'em up thing. But you know what? They begged that kind of stuff to be in when they made it a top quality shooter. I guess top quality for a few years ago. Shooters these days are a little bit more advanced in their mechanics than Fallout 4, but nonetheless it is a good shooter, and that's why I play it to shoot people rather than play it to read terminals and discover lore and stuff. Okay, with that is that Deathclaw finally dead, and there's a Myler Catchling who decided, ooh, there's a bash kill. I knew I'd get one sometime, but yes, that was a cannonball of a Myler Catchling, so ooh, yeah, you can really throw those if you want to. And that was a giant Deathclaw killed by the M92FS. Did I get the name right? Probably not, but yeah, feel free to berate me in the comments for doing that, but they don't call me Captainoob for nothing. So if you'd like to see this thing in your game, be sure to check out the description. There shall be a link down there. Again, it's PC only, unfortunately, but you know what, I'll go ahead and link the not the PS4, the Xbox One M9 that I've seen in the past, which it does a pretty good job. It's got a nice model and texture to it too, but yeah, nothing beats this one. This is a proper solid weapon mod here. Thank you for watching, guys.